Hey.
Hi, everybody. Welcome to Ozarks Live. Good to have you with us.
Yes. You got big news popping up there?
I'm always checking the news.
Oh, I know. She is.
So Carol Baskin is going to be on Dancing with the Stars.
I heard that.
Yeah. From Tiger King.
When are you going to be on Dancing with the Stars?
Oh, I let Carol have it. They called me and I said, let's let Carol do it. She's real
You're kind
hot
that
right
way,
now.
though.
You know, I know. Yeah, I'm very, very generous with my. Yeah, I've given it to all those women who've been on that show. It could have been me every time, but no, I got stuff to do.
Hey, you know, it's just a few days away. Do you have any Labor Day plans? You going to do any?
You know, it's funny you should say that. No, and I still have a hard time believing that it's just a few days away.
Well, for so many years, we had something to do on Labor Day.
Yes.
And I tend to just, I get frozen. It's like I'm supposed to be doing something and I'm not doing something.
Well, we had the Mda Labor Day Telethon, as
Right.
those of you who've been around here for years know that, you know, we co-hosted that thing from Sunday evening, probably
Yeah.
6 o'clock-ish until Monday evening, 6 o'clock-ish, and it was almost 24 hours. There were just a couple of hours overnight in the early wee hours of Monday, and we were typically, you were in Branson, I was typically at Bass Pro Shops.
Yeah, you would all, in Branson, it was like you'd have to wake up at dark 30. And sometimes, you know, when we would be in certain locations, it wasn't necessarily like it was all set up. You had to, you know, they would run a phone line in and they would run electric, and you'd be feeling around in the dark in the middle of trees and things, trying to figure out where these things are.
Yeah, and I was talking with David Oliver about that also, and we always feel a little bit guilty around like Labor Day because we feel like, where am I supposed to be right now?
Yeah, exactly.
Wait a minute, am I forgetting something?
That's,
you know?
you have this feeling that comes over you like, I'm supposed to be doing something. And I mean, I know that's been a few years back, but we did it for so long.
Yeah.
That just became part of our regular ritual every year. And yeah, I feel a little lost on Labor Day.
Yeah.
And I do. It's like, what am I forgetting? What am I forgetting?
Right, and the MDA, the Muscular Dystrophy Association, is still there, and it still helps people with the neuromuscular diseases, and it still needs your help. So just go to, I believe it's mdausa.org, and you can help. But again, not having the telethon doesn't mean those patients are still here and they still need us.
Yeah.
So anyway, on to other things.
All right, we have a fun show on tap for you today. Joy will once again call her book club to order.
I will indeed. Plus, I'm going to prepare not one, but 2 dinners for you today. One is really quick. The other is even quicker.
And Bryden Brett from Prince Ivan has news about a songwriting competition.
That's true. But before we get to all that, we're going to show you what is on our radar. Tom?
Yeah, I got one.
We're going to start with something kind of unusual, very unusual.
Well, it is. You know, usually when you tell someone you saw a guy flying through the air, someone will kind of pat you on the head and say something like, there, bless your heart, you just need to get out of the sun. Well, not this time. On Sunday around 6:35 p.m., that's Pacific Daylight Time, the control tower at Los Angeles International Airport received this report from an American Flight 1997 as they approached to land. We just passed a guy in a jetpack. He also told the controller the guy was off the left side at maybe 300 yards. That's not a picture of the guy, by the way. That's the Rocketeer.
That's what they may have seen or may not have seen. Yeah.
And he was at their altitude, which was about 3,000 feet. Now, could this be true? Experts say they are unaware of any jetpack that could get someone to that elevation and back to the ground safely, and there didn't appear to be any parachute involved. Also, it would take a lot of fuel to get there because current jetpacks run about 5 to 10 minutes, tops. So the thinking is the object was probably a large drone, except for one more detail. A second pilot on approach reported to the tower, "We just saw the guy pass us by in the jetpack." the FAA and the FBI are investigating.
I guess the term jetpack is in the pilot vernacular because I wouldn't be able to come up with the word. I think I would just say, you know, I just saw a person fly by. I don't know how or what that doodad was on their back, but jetpack is not a word that would come to mind quickly. It will now, I guess.
I think there are two different kinds, because a jetpack is the kind where the guy is like almost seated and he's, you know, that kind of thing. But there were two guys in Dubai, and they flew past a jet airliner at about 3,000-4,000 feet. Two of them. You can see video of it, but they had those wing type jetpacks, not where you're vertical or anything like that.
Well, I hope they figure this one out, because I want to know if it's the real deal. And
yeah,
I want to
they
meet
said that,
these
you
people.
know, it's hard to keep something like that a secret. They make a lot of noise when you take off.
I would imagine.
Yeah.
I wouldn't know, but I would imagine. All right, I got one for you. An incredible piece of history is going on the block. RR Auction out of Boston has opened online bidding leading up to a September 12th live auction in New Hampshire. Okay, the item is a 2-inch long bushy lock of hair removed from the head of Abraham Lincoln. Really? During his post-mortem examination after he was fatally shot at Ford's Theater by John Wilkes Booth, it was originally given to Dr. Lyman Beecher Todd, Mary Todd Lincoln's cousin. Dr. Todd was present when Lincoln's body was examined. Now, additionally, the hair is mounted on an official War Department telegram sent to Dr. Todd on April 14, 1865. On the telegram, there's a caption which reads, "The above telegram arrived in Washington a few minutes after Abraham Lincoln was shot." When the lock of hair was given to Dr. Todd, apparently he wrapped it in the only paper he had available to him, which was the telegram. All right, get your checkbook out, people, because opening bid is $10,000, but the artifact is expected to fetch $75,000 or more. Opening bid of $10,000, it seems to me like people bid way more on way stupider stuff than that. Don't you think? This is going to go for a lot more. I would
hope so. I would hope so. Because I read up a little bit on it too, and the thing about the lock of hair, it was clipped off of his left temple. All right? And when he wrapped it, if you looked at the telegram's a little stained. So you have a little blood residue and things like that. So that's the other thing is the telegram, because they say it came a few minutes after he was assassinated. That disproved a conspiracy theory that said his Secretary of War, Stanton or something, was part of a cabal, and he had closed down all communication into Washington, D.C. Well, he didn't. There's the proof right there.
Apparently not. Interesting. Yeah. All right, good stuff.
Neat. All right, coming up, time for more great reading suggestions, courtesy of Joy's Book Club.
I love Book Club. Don't go away. Ozarks Live is just getting started.